Its flexibility and deep roots are its strength, and so is that in the case of India. A sway is local turbulence. It comes and blows over. Roots, as the roots of India, are firm and will hold on every time. The army which I served in reflects the idea of India, its loyalty to the Constitution and its apolitical stance derive from its very existence. It derives its culture from our preamble. We, the people. The army takes its cue from that we, the people. The Charter of the Armed Forces is unlimited liability in service of the nation, with the precondition that a runners-up position is unacceptable in the armed forces. That is India's core value of unity in diversity that we hope to preserve in the armed forces till death do us apart. You have witnessed time and again whenever the machinations of the adversary were thrust upon our country, whether it be in 1948, 62, 65, 71, Kargil, Parakram, Somadorong, Chu, Galwan, Tawang. The list is endless and will remain so in the push and pull of the emerging world order. We will always be pulled and pushed. We have much work ahead to find our rightful place in the Comity of Nations. This is work in progress. What makes us soar? This was something which was asked. I think number one is unity in diversity. The varied hues of the land, the Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians, and Parsis are 5 fingers of the hand. When one finger is clenched and when all are clenched, we can become a powerful fist. What happens if one finger is damaged or hurt? I'm afraid the hand cannot be clenched into a fist. We are really an orchestra of various instruments. I've already named them, 5 or 6, which play in harmony for the good of music, for the good of our country. From this, we derive our symphony. The world awaits the music of World is One, the theme of G20. We did this again in 1971 to prevent genocide when Muslims were killing Muslims. As neighbors, we had to act, and we did. Historians call it the only just war in the 20th century, and I totally agree with them. Our treatment of 93,000 prisoners of war was based solely on the prescribed norms of the Geneva Convention. We extended prompt support to disasters all over the world, whether it be Turkey, Syria, the tsunami in Japan, the Maldives. The list of India extending support to citizens of the world is endless. Ladies and gentlemen, disasters have no religion. COVID, conflict, climate change reminds us of this every day. There is no case for adding more fault lines to this one world we live in. What about my service in the army? I was a lone Muslim in my course of almost 200 cadets in the NDA. I was commissioned into a camel regiment of Rajputs, and there were 16 officers in this regiment who fought shoulder to shoulder in the Battle of Longewala. I will tell you the composition of these 16 officers. 2 Muslims, 2 Sikh, 1 Christian, and 1 Jew. That represents the strength of the country. Nobody talked about faith or asked me my religion. It was my personal matter. Our combined loyalty was to uphold the honor of the regiment and the honor of the country. Later on, when I was a general, troops under my command quelled the riots in Gujarat. They were totally neutral and dealt with arsonists and trouble creators with a heavy hand. The social media has a terrible way of looking at things. A post advised me to go to Pakistan. I replied, I have already spent 3 months there in Pakistan-occupied Sindh after the Battle of Longewala, and I didn't even have a visa.